So after the massacre that took place in Charleston last week, thanks to some, really, really smart people on Twitter and on doing some reverse searches, they uncovered Dylann Roof's manifesto. It was discovered by an online activist. Around 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday morning, Twitter user Emma Quangel and Henry Kringle simultaneously tweeted out the first time what appeared to be Roof's online manifesto. And what they found, America, was absolutely disturbing. Now, these individuals, they're awesome. And they basically found out the script, and they did some reverse work on looking up an old domain using the last. I don't even understand this. That's how smart they are. Yes, we're YouTube sensations. That was a Freudian slip, but we're going to be YouTube sensations. So we know how to operate YouTube. But what they did here with this Jedi mind tricks reversing of the site is pretty epic. But what they found is two links, one with text, where Roof writes apparently a 200,444 word manifesto, and the other a photo section where one can download zip files of Roof's pictures. And the manifesto, America, is downright disgusting. And I want to read this to you because when you see racism in this country, you got to look at it dead in the face and call it what it is: racism. And this is what he says: "I have no choice. I am not in a position to alone go into a ghetto and fight. I chose Charleston because it is the most historic city in my state, and at one time it had the largest ratio of blacks to whites in the country. With no more skinheads, with no real KKK, no one doing anything but talking on the internet. Well, someone has to be brave to take it out to the real world. I guess it has to be me." Now, there's been a lot of people out here, and I want to go on a little diatribe, if I could, for a second, who says this is not an act of terrorism. That quote right there from this manifesto says to me that indeed this is an act of terrorism. Now, for those folks out there who believe he's mentally ill, screw you. But an act of terrorism, defined by Webster's, is the use of violence and intimidation in the pursuit of political aims. His political aim was to get rid of and have a mass genocide on African Americans. And he used violence to pursue that political aim. He didn't want the mixing of the races. He is a grade A, absolute, with no equivocations, terrorist. And I'm sick and tired of all these people out here not calling him what it is. And here's the dichotomy for me that makes me so upset. Because when you see African American men, no matter what they're doing, on a street corner, they're called thugs. When somebody from ISIS or somebody from, the Muslim descent does something wrong, he's immediately labeled a terrorist. When white individuals like Mr. Roof or, Adam Lanza in Newtown walks into a school and opens fire on innocent kids, this Dylann Roof, he walks into a church and opens fires on innocent churchgoers, he's called mentally ill. He's called lone wolf. He's called misunderstood. God damn it, he's a terrorist. And I'm so sick and tired of people trying to walk around the edges, tiptoe on the line when it comes to white men doing bad things. Dylann Roof is a terrorist. I would argue Darren Wilson is a terrorist. I would argue the 6 individuals in Baltimore that killed Freddie Gray are terrorists. They're terrorizing African Americans because they believe that they're less than citizens. They're subhuman. They're all thugs, and they want to eliminate them. Terrorism, America. Terrorism. I know. Comment all the hell you want to. Go on. Write your crazy ass comment below, because I know that's what you want to do. If you're listening on the radio, you want to turn the radio off, you could do that too. But truth is truth. And I will always, on this show, speak truth. Darren Roof, terrorist. Point blank, period.